Many have been fascinated by the almighty power of Zeus, the all-powerful lightning-wielding lord of Olympus. However, not many of us knew how he took the mantle of the leader of the Greek pantheon for himself. How did he assume the throne? Who did he take it from? Join us as we take a look at the entire Greek mythology, especially the creation of the Greek pantheon. Similar to most creation stories, the Greeks recall that long before the world was created, darkness and chaos reigned supreme in the universe. That was until Mother Earth Gaia sprung into existence and gave birth to Uranus and Pontus, two other primordial gods of the heavens and the oceans. Eager to continue with this creation, Gaia entered into a union with Uranus, and as a result, several titans and monsters were born. Unfortunately, this will be the beginning of the complex relationships between father and son in Greek mythology, because Uranus was so hateful to his children with Gaia that he'd end up locking his monstrous children away in Tartarus. Unbeknown to him, he failed to lock Cronos, his youngest son, away with the rest of his children. This would prove to be Uranus's undoing, because Cronos would be the one to deliver a devastating blow to his father by castrating him with a great stone sickle made by his mother Gaia. From Uranus's blood, the Erinyes, the Melii, and the giants were born, while the rest of Uranus's children, who were known as the Hecatoncheires and the Titans, were released from their prison in Tartarus. With Uranus now gone, Cronos would now assume the throne as the king of the universe. Unfortunately, much like his father, he also had a great disdain for his siblings, so he decided to imprison them yet again in Tartarus. That said, despite this cruel act, Cronos' time at the helm, as leader of the universe, was seen as a peaceful time. It is during this period that the first humans were born from the Melii. These first-generation men who could live for 1,000 years were said to mingle with the gods during this time of bliss, known as the Golden Age, a time where the world knew no immorality. During this time, Cronos started his own family with Rhea, his elder sister. Together they sired Demeter, Hestia, Hera, Hades, and Poseidon. However, despite this period of peace, Cronos couldn't overcome his paranoia. If he could overthrow his father in such a manner, why couldn't his kids do the same thing to him? To make matters worse, Gaia and Uranus then prophesied that his own children will in turn overthrow him. Resolved to keep his position as the lord of the gods, Cronos decided to swallow his children whole before they were even born. Enraged by this, Rhea swore that this wouldn't happen to Zeus, her youngest child. Rather than offering her baby to her husband for his evil act of filicide, she instead gave her husband a stone to eat in her son's place. In order to keep her son far away from his murderous father, Rhea hid her son in a cave in Crete. Here, the young god grew up in secrecy, waiting for the day he will overthrow his deranged father. Upon reaching adulthood, Zeus took the wise Métis as his bride. This union proved to be productive because it was Métis who suggested that Zeus give his father a potion that would make him vomit his siblings. That way, the siblings could overthrow his father. This plan worked when Zeus disguised himself to serve his father with wine that was laced with the potion. As soon as all his siblings were freed from their father's prison, Zeus decided to reinforce this group by releasing his uncles from Tartarus after slaying the dragon that guarded them. Together with the Hecatoncheires and the Cyclops, Zeus and his siblings were able to take on Cronos and the other gods. It was during this time that the ever-grateful Cyclops, who thanked Zeus for their freedom, fashioned the lightning bolt that Zeus had been affiliated with ever since. They also gave Hades his helmet of invisibility and Poseidon his powerful trident. Armed with these weapons, Zeus and his allies were able to emerge as the winners in the 10-year war against the gods of Olympus. Following this, the Titans were locked away in Tartarus under the watchful eyes of the Hecatoncheires, while Zeus and his allies shared the heavens and the earth among themselves. Zeus, of course, took the skies and the earthly realm, while Hades took the underworld as his domain. Finally, Poseidon took dominion of the oceans and the seas, and with that, the new gods reigned supreme.